Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. Let's talk about BB23. There are some announcements, some rumors. We got to talk about it.
There's things to talk about. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up.
And if you want to support us on Patreon, you can find a link in the description, as always.
Hi, guys.
Hello, everybody.
It's almost that time.
Yeah, it's still a couple weeks off, probably. I mean, we know the premiere, so it is still a bit
This
off,
month of June is the slowest month ever, I feel like.
Yeah, I know. Especially because, like, we haven't really done anything since early May. And
we have not.
You know?
We have, like, the busiest top of the year we've ever had. Yeah. We did way too many shows.
We did a lot. It was fun, but it was a lot. And so, listen, we're happy that BB is back and that it's one of only a handful of shows instead of like 8, you know?
Yes. So you guys, let's dive in. First off, let me pull up while you talk about our premiere date and what to expect about the premiere. I want to pull up the photo that CBS dropped because it's a little confusing.
Yeah. So the premiere we know is Wednesday, July 7th. As I alluded to, it's a 90-minute premiere.
Yes.
Nothing super shocking. I mean, maybe sometimes there's a 2-hour premiere, but this one's only 90-minute, but whatever. It's 90 minutes. Live. Yes. And so we're seeing them enter the house. This is like what we saw in BB Can 9, right? Where they like go in the house live, and
we saw it last year for All Stars.
Was it okay? I was wondering. Yeah, so we're not going to have that like handful of days where they're not on the feeds. Like presumably we're going to get the feeds right away, and we also know that there's like no week 1 eviction, obviously, because it's this live.
Hey, that cuts you off, David.
That's okay. I can sneak over here. And then there's going to be an HOH crowned before the end of that first episode. So that is very exciting for the premiere.
What is this photo?
Okay,
I'm going to move it because I don't like this. Let's go here. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
First of all, I'm looking at this as an LA native and I'm like, are those the hills of Silver Lake behind Julie? Like, what is going on behind her?
Yeah. Do you think it's Silver Lake? I also think it looks like the area right, you know where the Hollywood sign and there's a park below it. There's like a dog park. And then if you looked around, it's like there.
Yeah, you're probably right because they want to do like Hollywood Hills probably kind of vibes or something. So
I just don't feel like Big Brother. I don't feel outside of the house much when I think Big Brother. And this is all exterior.
We're walking the children in nature in this photo. And there's palm trees. They're outside. Not something we always see with Big Brother and associate with that.
I mean, maybe it's just something pretty somebody put together. I mean, Julie looks great.
She does.
So maybe it means absolutely nothing. I was just a little caught off guard of like, what is this outsideness that's happening?
Also trying to like pair it with something that we know about this season. So we know there's like a beach theme to the house, right? And I'm like, I literally was looking at that photo and I'm like, it's grass, but like it has palm trees. So like, does that have to do with the beach? Like there's not necessarily a connection with what we know about.
No, not even. Yeah, that's the thing. We know there's a beach theme.
For the house, right?
I think it's the house.
Yeah.
Julie says it's a BB Beach Club is the theme. So why would this photo not be of the beach?
I know.
Then
somebody didn't get the memo.
I don't know. This photo is lovely and probably means nothing because BB is really good at trolling us. But it just really made me think. Yes, she is. She's holding the key in her right hand, which a key is very Big Brother.
Very Big Brother, yes. So, and Julie is also very Big Brother.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
And the words Big Brother,
also
very Big Brother. So there are a few things that are working.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole outside in the city of Los Angeles behind her.
I have to imagine that they like when they put together these campaigns, they probably like to mess with us because they know that we're looking at it up close and trying to analyze and find clues. And they're like, just make it the opposite of anything that's actually true.
Seriously. Okay. On this BB Beach Club theme, when I first heard Julie say that, I got a little annoyed because beach theme, and she also threw out the word like vacation.
Yeah.
Just gives me those summer, we did summer camp theme, like summer away. When I'm like, no, this isn't a vacation. You're not at the beach.
Yeah.
You're playing a game to
You're competing.
win.
Yeah.
So now I just feel like we're going to have a bunch of, showmances and laying at the pool the whole time.
Well, that is an element that the producers tend to like on this show. They are looking for opportunities that way. But listen, I'm hopeful that this cast is going to be good. There's a couple reasons that I think we can have hope here, because
let's have some hope.
Apparently, from what there are rumors online, and like who knows how reliable these rumors are, right? But like rumor has it that CBS wasn't super happy with the way Big Brother 22 went. So that's good that they don't want a repeat of that, right? And is it confirmed or also a rumor that it's all new players?
That is confirmed. We have 16 all new players this season. Griffin, I'm so sorry to announce David and I are not a part of the cast for BB23. It didn't apply. It did not go through casting. So therefore didn't get into the cast. But yes, I think it's so funny that every single year the internet goes crazy. Are we going to have returning players? Is it going to be all-stars?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then this year they were like, no. Don't even speculate. Don't even worry, guys.
We are here to reassure you that there are no returners this season because it didn't go that well last time.
Yeah. Another thing about the beach theme is the show right after Big Brother is a little show called Love Island.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Do we need basically 2 Love Islands back to back? Do we need that?
We don't.
You already have. You already
In fact,
have the like lounging around couples.
Yeah. Funnel all of those characters onto Love Island. We don't need them on Big Brother.
We don't.
All those hot influencers who just want the followers, put them on Love Island.
Love Island, great
Happy
place
to have
for them.
there.
Yes, yes. Give me the gamers. Give me the people who know Big Brother, who've watched it before.
Yeah.
I want them on BB23.
Yep.
Not... what you just said. Okay, let's go over these key dates again. Wednesday, July 7th, 8 p.m. Eastern. We have a 90-minute live move-in.
That's right.
Then that is a Wednesday, and there's not a Thursday episode that week.
Because there's not going to be enough for them to make a Thursday episode when they're doing the live Wednesday. So then it's the Sunday, I believe.
Right.
And then we kick into the Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday cadence. So it's the same schedule that we're used to. Just it starts with a Wednesday, Sunday. No
and
Thursday.
So far, they're all at 8 p.m. Eastern right now. CBS does love to change that up. But so far, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I think that schedule really does fall into the rumor that we heard that there won't be an eviction.
Yeah, on 9/1. Yeah.
Yeah. So that first 90-minute premiere episode, we should definitely get an HOH. Because then the next Sunday episode, we're going to go through veto and all of the normal routine of a regular BB episode.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let's talk about cast, because that's the next big thing we want to know about.
That's right. So obviously the rumor is it's 16 rather than 18. People were unsure which way it was going to go there. But, the rumor is that the cast is like finalized. And Sequester is going to start soon, right? With these 16 brand new players. Yeah,
they really should. So usually they did a week of Sequester, but I think because COVID is still a thing.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, especially for production, they have to be extra careful. I am going to go ahead and assume it's a 2-week quarantine Sequester.
Yeah.
Like last year.
Yeah. Well, and supposedly there's like a vaccine requirement for the cast. And they're going to do, I don't think legally they can either. But although maybe you can make them sign a release. If the cast like signs it and agrees to it, maybe they can require it.
Look, if you go on Survivor, they give you a ton of vaccines because you're going to an island and there are other things to worry about. So I bet they can require it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because it's sort of like you're signing up, right? So you're signing up and a vaccine is part of it. And if you don't want to get vaccinated, then you can't sign up.
Right. So I think that they have to head into quarantine by the 23rd.
Yeah. And I think they're still going to do testing, even though everybody's vaccinated. I think because, like you say, it's a production, and like there are just huge teams of lawyers at CBS Viacom who are probably like, great, everybody's vaccinated, but vaccines are not 100% perfect. And so we're still going to do the COVID testing and quarantine. And so they're going to want to like have some time to like get results and yada, yada. So I think you're probably right that the sequester will be longer than we're used to.
Yeah. So that gets them in by the 23rd. And then we usually have a cast announcement the week before.
Yeah.
So the 28th through the 30th, the rumor is the 30th.
Yeah.
But I think anywhere between the 28th and the 30th is when we'll start to see house picks, cast reveal, that kind of info will come in those days.
Yeah. Now, as far as the demographics go of this cast, CBS famously announced on November the 9th, 2020, that their reality shows are going to be 50% people of color moving forward.
Yes.
But when I revisited this news, because I was like, I'm going to refresh my memory on what this announcement was. It said that it kicks in for the 2021-22 season, which technically starts in September, right?
Well, yes, but I
22?
think the summer shows would count.
I wonder.
Because they would be 2021.
I agree with you. I agree with you, but I feel like, is this some kind of gray area where they're like, well, technically our 2021-22 season starts in September, so this
would be
so tacky.
Yeah, so, if they were like, hey guys, not yet.
Yeah, right, exactly. We made this huge announcement that everybody's been waiting for a long time, but we're just going to wait one more year because we're just a couple of months too early for this to go into effect.
I think also having BB Can just do it.
Yeah.
They did it. 50% at least.
Done.
They did it. So for BB23 to show up and be like, we're easing into it, guys. Yeah. We're like 25%. That would just look so bad on them.
It really would. Yeah. And we've got a new casting director.
We do. This is the big thing. This is going to be the huge difference. Robin Cass was the casting director for like the whole series.
Yeah.
She has always done the casting. And look, a lot of people blame her for all the mistakes. And you do need to remember, she doesn't make the decisions.
Yeah.
She brings people to the plate, right?
Yep. And then the network chooses.
The network chooses the head producers, executive producers. They're the ones who make those final decisions. So those people haven't changed.
Yeah.
So we might not actually see a big difference, but I do think this new casting director is going to make a little bit of a difference. His name is Jesse, and he actually cast Big Brother Over the Top.
Okay, before you guys talk about how we all hated Big Brother Over the Top.
Who hated that?
I feel like some of the fandom was not into it. We were into it, of course.
I think that's one of the top rated seasons.
Top rated?
Yeah,
or
like by
most
the
popular?
Fans.
Okay.
Popular by the fans.
Okay, but not necessarily most watched.
No, well, it was, in the fall.
It was in the fall.
And it was online. But go, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, like, despite the fact that maybe it's not everybody's favorite or one of the best known seasons, I think for the people who did watch it, they liked the cast.
Yeah.
So that's good news.
Yeah, it is a very much enjoyed cast from the fans that watched that season.
Yeah.
And who went through Big Brother Over the Top casting?
There was somebody who made it to the finals.
Someone who went to finals for
and
Big Brother Over the Top.
I knew it was like a friend of mine.
That was me. It was me. I did it. So I met Jesse. I know Jesse. Don't know him well.
Yeah.
We're not best friends by any means. I'm not saying that.
Have you seen him since?
No, I have not. Have not seen Jesse since. We didn't keep in touch. And obviously I didn't make it on BBOTT. Maybe he hates me. I don't know. He's also head of casting for Survivor and Amazing Race. So hopefully we do see him again sometime.
Would love to.
But by all accounts, Jesse seems like a lovely, lovely person.
Yeah.
Who was it that just asked?
Oh, there was a question about Jesse.
No, he is not.
No, okay.
He's not. He does fall into the LGBTQ plus community.
Okay.
If that helps.
I mean,
us
listen,
at all.
I thought that there was so much diversity on the most recent season of Amazing Race, which was famously filmed 2 years ago, whatever. But like, that's a little bit of insight into his casting style, you know, like, so hopefully he can bring that to Big Brother.
Right.
As well.
I mean, let's look at Survivor.
Yeah.
Survivor has fantastic casting.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem to have the problems that Big Brother has been running into.
Yeah.
They're also willing to show some very important conversations. I feel like Survivor has had that.
Maybe we'll get older people too. I mean, you know, the Big Brother producers want what they want at the end of the day. Like, to your point of like, Jesse could bring options, but the producers are going to choose. If they want young people, they're going to choose the young people. But we just see so much more diversity on shows like Survivor and Amazing Race in terms of not just race and gender, but like, you know, age as well. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. The cast, the rumored cast for 41 and 42 of Survivor is super diverse. Great. Looking good there.
Love that.
And Tar 32, we liked the cast. So because he oversees all of that, and all of that is CBS. Yeah. We can have a little bit of hope, guys.
A little bit of hope. I mean, we always have a little bit of hope before the Big Brother season.
Always.
And then it feels like we're always let down a little bit, but hopefully not with the cast.
Yeah. That's a good idea, Dolores. Let's get David and I both sharing a little apartment on the circle.
Yeah, we could be like Jack and, was it Lisa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be better than them.
Better, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they made it to the finals.
David will help me sound cool when I'm typing a message.
And Sarah will be like, here's how social media works, David.
I'll be like, David, we got to be strategic. And then you'll be like, let's also not sound like a big dork. And it would be a good balance. So yes, Dolores.
That's right.
I think that's a great idea.
Is there anything else we need to talk about with the cast? I think we've covered most of what's sort of being...
Well, we talked about how we think they're going into Sequester soonish, next week probably. We know that casting is like done. We know that they've got their finalists and their alternates. Yeah. And so it's just a matter of getting them into Sequester now. Yep. And once they're in Sequester, they can start releasing all sorts of information. So maybe we'll get a little info early.
I hope so. Yeah, something.
You know what info I would like early, David?
Tell me.
Is more about the house and this theme. We've already talked about the beach club, but there's also other themes, maybe?
Yeah, so there's the beach club theme, which I had read Julie said was the theme of the house. But then I'm also reading lately that there's a rebirth or new beginnings theme. And as soon as I read that, I was like, I don't know what that really means. But the first place my brain goes with that is like, this is going to be something different for Big Brother. And I love that, you know?
Okay. I wonder if they just, like, is the new beginnings, the rebirth, just for production? Like, they're like, okay, we had a pandemic. We had some really crappy seasons. Like, we need a rebirth. And we're not going to really see or feel it. Except that maybe it'll feel like a better season.
I hope it means something like we are picking the best things about the past 22 seasons of Big Brother and putting them all in one. And this is our rebirth. This is our new beginning. We're going to give you everything that you love and move forward that way. We're removing the toxicity and these kinds of things. It's a new chapter for Big Brother. That's kind of what got me excited about it. But it is, I mean, it's always kind of like vague like that, where you're like, what does that really mean? You know?
I mean, that's true. Sometimes there's a theme and then like we never really see anything about it. But what if new beginnings, rebirth, means they're in a new house?
Oh, a new house. Now,
what if with the beach club theme, they're in a house on the beach?
Oh, I wonder. I mean, if you're going to make claims like that, I might need some evidence, Sarah, to back it up.
Okay, well, first off, this isn't evidence, guys, but that rumor is out there. The rumor is like, are they at the same place? Is this a new house? So I drove by. Okay, this is stage 18. This is where Big Brother has been since season 2.
Yeah.
And I did this last year as well. I drove by. So there's another photo that we can use as reference. See where it says backyard and there's an arrow up and there's a green sort of panel there. That's the backyard, that we see the players hanging out at the pool.
Yep.
Backyard. Above that, can you see the fencing? That used to also be covered. It was white there under the fencing.
Okay.
And so when I stopped by today, I was like, okay, well, yeah, the door is open. There's a couple trailers outside. So something is going on there. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't find any evidence that it was Big Brother. And then when I noticed that the backyard
was different.
Like, honestly, at first I was like, wait, are they tearing down the backyard?
Huh.
Like, is that not the backyard anymore?
Yeah.
So I don't know that they would move to a new house. I mean, the undertaking of moving to a new house would be insane.
Insane, right. But could have happened over the past however many months, Big Brother's a big production. Got a lot of resources. Maybe they found a beach house.
I mean, that's where The Bachelor has been forever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Logistically, David, you and I, we know how production runs. The fact that they have like cameras inside the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Like doing that to another house
would... It's tough. And also the BB house is not a house, it's a soundstage, the idea of them like finding some kind of property where they're going to like install everything to get the kind of coverage that they need for this show feels not likely. But it's fun to think about. I
mean, it seems logistically not likely, but also they've done crazy stuff before. Yep. So us just being like, oh, would they really do it? Yeah, they very well could have. They could have, like in January, got a house in Malibu at the beach and like refitted it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no...
Stranger things have happened.
They've got plenty of a budget. Mm-hmm. And if they really want new beginnings and they really want a beach vibe and they're tired of wall yellers.
Yep.
Maybe, guys.
Yeah. Top secret new location.
Nobody
knows where it is. Could happen. And then Julie's got like a cute little bungalow next door or something where she just like, welcomes people out of the house.
Maybe Julie moved to the beach and she was like, I'll only come back if we're doing it at the beach.
You come to me because,
they're not having a live audience this summer again. Mm-hmm. So they don't need it to be at this stage. They don't need all that.
They don't need it. So something to think about, guys.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I will freak out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
would freak out if it was a new house.
I love to speculate, and I would be like, this is great if they're in a brand new house. At the end of the day, I think it's unlikely.
Yeah.
They just redesigned that set and did that gorgeous LED wall, and like things are already very new in that set. They're probably like, why did we build this whole thing for All Stars to only use it once? No, we're not moving, but fun to think about. And there's something going on in the backyard, regardless.
Yeah, something's different in the backyard for sure. I also do have a little inside information because I have other friends who work on this lot. This is called the CBS Radford lot. It's a smaller CBS lot. And they don't like the Big Brother crew.
Really?
Yeah. The whole production takes too much space. They're very loud. There's a lot of complaints about the Big Brother team. And so that was another thing I thought of like, did they get
kick them out? Yeah.
Were they like, we're done with them? You got to find another location?
That would be amazing.
That could be a possibility as well. Feeds. Ben is asking about feeds. Pretty sure they're going to start on the 7th.
I would think so. Right after that live move-in. Why not?
Yeah.
Start the feeds.
That's the beauty of a live move-in is that there's no reason to hold feeds. We'll get them. They'll wait till the West Coast airing.
Right.
So, it'll be late that night.
Sure. So we'll miss like 3 hours
yeah.
of content. But I just love the idea of being able to track them from almost the moment they set foot inside the house. Like, that's very exciting. Of course, like, don't forget that the feeds are now on Paramount Plus. Not that this is a big ad for Paramount Plus, but like,
we have nothing to do with them.
Yeah, nothing. But if you want to check them out, that's where they are now.
Yeah. Right. Everything is on Paramount Plus now,
Yeah,
right?
right.
It's no different. It's still basic.
Yeah, same thing.
If you have it, you have feeds.
Yeah.
You can watch it.
Right.
I also did hear that Big Brother After Dark is not coming, or Big Brother After Dark is not coming back.
I heard that too.
I
never watched it because we did the feeds. Like,
right. If you watch the feeds,
you don't need Big Brother After Dark.
After Dark. Like, I used to watch it some, but I didn't love it.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people are upset about it, but.
Well, yeah. I mean, people who don't pay for the feeds, like, I'm sure that's fun to have that access. But, you know, they got to push their subscribers for Paramount Plus.
That's right.
So
they were like, we're not renewing this After Dark thing. We want them all on Paramount Plus.
Yeah. That's really mostly it, I think. Oh, the other thing I heard was that we already kind of talked about how, CBS wasn't necessarily happy with the way BB23 went, nor were any of us.
I mean,
but I read that the BB team watched BB Can 9. And I'm like, yeah, take notes. Okay. Invisible HOH.
They better
fake
have.
Double eviction.
They better have watched they should watch all of them.
They should, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can't get all, like, Big Brother Australia has so many episodes. I can't keep up.
It's a lot.
But
it's like, I don't necessarily want them to like steal the ideas. Like, I don't need them to like do the invisible HOH and the fake double eviction. But like, that's the kind of innovation I'm looking for this season, especially something that's branded Rebirth New Beginnings. Like, bring me something new. Don't bring us just the same old comps that we're always used to. Like, give us the ones that we love, of course. Like, we all want that stuff. But like, bring us some new ideas here. That's what I want to see.
The rumor is, Natalie, there is no night one elimination.
Yep.
That it is just basically by end of night one, we're going to have the HOH. Last year's live move-in had those little mini games that then came to an HOH.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So maybe that's how they stretch it out. Or
and
maybe
we got Cody as the HOH, right? They completed that challenge. We did, and that was the beginning of the end.
That was the beginning of.
But they sort of did that with Canada too, right? Didn't we have an HOH on that first night? Or no, they did teams.
They had those
Canada.
Captains.
Yeah, so that was a little bit different.
But you did know, like, who would be up for elimination by the end of that first episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully we're just kind of getting to know people in the first episode. And then we have an HOH, and then we can watch feeds.
Yeah. Here's the thing I'll say, too, just to put a button on this conversation about this live move-in. I did think that was so well produced last season. That was like, honestly, the highlight of BB23 All-Stars. That first episode was so good for a live episode of television. The pacing was so good. The comps worked really well to like be able to like have something that's kind of compelling to like get through it, you know? I just really remember enjoying that premiere episode.
And that can be super clunky.
Yeah.
A live show is hard to produce. Although, remember, they did have a door locked. They were like, go up. And the door was locked. Like,
yeah, that's right. That's right.
But that stuff's fun.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Accidentally lock a door.
Yep.
That's great.
Yes.
Then we're like, yep, it's live.
It's live.
This is real life. Yep. Oh, yes, exactly. It's locked. Ugh.
Yeah, we can't get in. Okay, well, we'll get that open at some point.
Yeah, I don't think he's talking about the actual challenge, but I
liked the one where they had to like do the foot.
Yeah, the second part of it.
Yeah.
That table maze challenge.
That was not fair.
Look, usually you like a table maze challenge.
Yeah,
we've
but that
seen
one was
plenty
messed
of
up.
them.
They didn't think that through.
But what they did wrong was say, hey, for all the women, let's make it the furthest that they have to get it into.
Right.
And all the men, the closest.
Yeah.
When just make it the same spot for everybody. Let's just make it
keep it simple
across the board.
Yeah.
Like, let's not give anybody any possible advantage, even if you can't see it on paper.
Yeah.
There might be an advantage. So,
because wasn't it just Christmas? Like Christmas was the only woman who made it through or something.
I don't remember who it was, but yeah, there was like half the girls to the guys.
Yeah.
I think there were 2 girls.
Okay. I
think Danny.
No, maybe. Yeah.
And someone else got in, but it was all the guys got in.
Yeah.
All possible dudes.
Yep.
That was a mistake.
That was a mistake.
But it's not the table mates' fault. It didn't.
No, it's the creative behind the table maze challenge that was problematic.
Yep. Fred, it's great to be back in the same room.
I can do that. I can just lean on her, you know?
And we're still
just like old time. I know. I walked in and we're like, okay, doing this.
We're still doing it.
Yeah.
We can't help it. It happens. We are back together. We're going to be back together this whole season of Big Brother 23.
Yes.
Super excited. Again, June is taking too darn long. I need to get to July ASAP.
Yep. Or just end of June with the house reveal. Like, I just want to start getting some more content. Like the photo was exciting today, whatever. We got the announcement. But like, let's get something we can actually kind of dig into here.
Go ahead and announce that it's a new house. Just go ahead and tell us.
Do it. Sarah already did it for you on Twitter, so just confirm it.
No. Okay, first off, just asking the question. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. But go ahead and confirm it, Jules.
Yeah.
Get on that Twitter and start trolling us.
Yep.
We're ready for it.
Just retweet Sarah and be like, good work. We are in a new house.
Yeah.
You are right.
You know what? Honestly, if you could start the tweet with good work, Sarah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Julie Chen, that would be great.
Or what did Nicole call you? That brown hair
girl? Sarah. No.
That girl, Sarah.
That girl, Sarah.
Yeah.
You can just call me that, Julie.
Yeah. Good work, that girl, Sarah.
I go by that girl, Sarah. You're right. Not in the house this year. And I'll be like, cool. Jules, good friend, Julie.
Yep.
What else? Okay. Make sure you've got the bell notifications because as these updates come in, as these confirmations come in, David and I, we're going to go live.
Yep.
So make sure you know when we go live.
Mm-hmm.
Be subscribed, that kind of stuff.
Yes. And then of course, leave us your comments. Thank you. For those of you who are joining us in the chat, we are so grateful that you're here live. We love that. We also love you. If you're joining later, let us know your thoughts about mostly rumors, but some actual confirmed information, but just go wild in the comments and tell us what you think.
Go wild. Is there a new house?
Is there a new house?
Is this cast going to be the best ever?
Yeah. Is Julie actually a robot? Tell us what you think.
Nicole Franzel knows me just like you know me, Evett. She is a fan of Nerdtainment.
Yeah.
What can we say?
Wow.
We bring a couple house guests to the channel.
We do every once in a while.
Every once in a while, we'll get a couple. So that's that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Also, besides Big Brother 23, we got Survivor South Africa happening. That's on Saturdays. With Chantel. She is helping me with that on Saturdays here on Nerdtainment. So if you're watching that, please join us. It's a very, very good season. We need some Survivor in our lives. But otherwise, David is here for Big Brother.
That's right. So we will see you guys for the next Big Brother video. Yeah?
Yes. Yes, you guys, thank you again for joining us live. We always appreciate your jokes and your insight. We love it.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.